Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a new. Gives a whole new meaning to the word. So, what are we going to talk about today? That's right, yet another Kenner Vintage video. I know, you're like, come on, can't you talk about something else? Well, that's what we talk about the most here, but we do talk about other things also. And don't forget, tomorrow, Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern PM, so I'm not doing it at 7 a.m., the Action Figure Show returns, where we give you the latest action figure news, figure of the week, a play set from Marvel. It's very cool. You want to see that play set from the 70s. It's awesome. We even have classic movie review with Larry J. Wampa, and a lot more. So don't forget the Action Figure Show, Fridays, 7 o'clock on this channel. Check it out. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, it's kind of a small video. I didn't have a lot of information for this, but I just wanted to kind of throw it out there and look at these 5 photos because they're pretty cool looking. They're sample cars or prototype figures. We got ones of each. Now, I don't know if you know, a lot of the prototypes from Star Wars were found in America, mostly taken from people that work at Kenner. But Australia was a huge dumping ground for sample card and prototype figures of the vintage Star Wars line in the early 90s. It seems there was a Hong Kong warehouse in the early 90s that had a fire sale and got rid of a bunch of their sample cars, prototype stuff, and they all ended up near Australia. And it all ended up in Australia. It looks like Paul Hogan wasn't the only cool thing in Australia. And one of these we're going to look at was actually found at a store in the mid-80s during the Star Wars run. Can you believe it? So, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Check out this first sample card. It's just so, I love looking at these because it's so odd. Now, a lot of people is going to see this and your first think is, that's not a sample card, that's just a missed card. It's got the wrong figure on the card, but let's take a look at it and I'll explain. This is a Snaggletooth, red of course, on a Empire Strikes Back Yoda card. Now, like I said, when you first see this, you probably think it's just a miscarded figure, but this is Kenner testing the bubble size for Yoda. Yoda wasn't made yet to be tested for the card, so what's the next figure in the Star Wars line that's about the same size as Yoda? Well, you probably say R2 or maybe Jawa, but they went with a Snaggletooth. It's a pretty tight looking fit. It looks like he's really up there and against that bubble. It looks like he's really in there, so maybe a Jawa would have been better. But this figure is probably about the same size as Yoda, and it was a way for Kenner to sample the card bubble and the look of the card for Yoda. And as I was saying, it's not just sample cards that were found, prototypes. Check out this prototype right here. This is the prototype figure of the Rebel Commander, you know, the Endor soldier. He's not painted yet, and he's on an Empire Strikes Back Lando card. It's kind of odd to see. And let's look at another one that's probably the oddest looking one to me, and it's kind of a prototype sample card. Now, I'm sorry this picture's a little grainy. I couldn't find a good photo of it, so sorry about that. But check this out. It's Princess Leia in a Bosch outfit on the Empire Strikes Back card. It's just so odd seeing Princess Leia, one, on an AT-AT Commander card, and seeing a Return of the Jedi figure on the Empire Strikes Back card. It even has the logo for a free Admiral Akbar from Revenge of the Jedi. And although you can't tell in this photo here, the helmet is hand painted. But again, this is probably a way to sample the Bosch figure on a card, being that this bubble is a lot different than any other figure, being it has a little bubble for the helmet. And as I said, there was a figure found in Australia at a toy store in the mid-80s. And luckily, whoever bought this knew there was something odd about it and didn't open it and saved it so we could all enjoy it today. Now, since then, another one of these has been found, I believe, in the United States. But that's only 2 I know of. And it's very cool that this was found in Australia during the vintage run in the mid-80s at a store. Can you believe it? Let's check it out. It's Princess Leia in her Endor outfit on an Imperial Half Trooper Return of the Jedi card. And I'm sure you notice her cloak is pink rather than camouflage like the actual figure. This pink fabric is known as a soft goods test. It's kind of odd seeing her in pink rather than camouflage. Now this next one's not a sample card. It's not a prototype. It was an actual figure made and put on a card. And I've done a whole video about this one figure, so I'll probably link it at the end of this video and where I put the little boxes so you can see the whole thing, because I'm not going to go into much detail about it here, but I just want to throw it up because it was, like the others, found in Australia, and just so odd looking seeing it on an Empire Strikes Back card. Check it out. It's a vinyl cape Jawa on an Empire Strikes Back card. Yes, this is real. For many years, a lot of collectors and some of the experts thought this had to be fake. There's no way that this got released, and it's only ever been found in Australia. As far as I can remember, check out my longer video on it. I think this is the only one that's ever been found. Now, a lot of the expert collectors have looked at this thing over and over again, and it has been determined without a doubt this is a real figure on card. This hasn't been recarded. This isn't a custom card. This isn't a bubble re-glued to a card. This is an actual vinyl cape Jawa on the Empire Strikes Back card found in Australia. Now, there was hundreds of other sample cards and stuff found, but most of them was just normal looking card figures. Nothing really special to talk about here. Just wanted to show these because it looks so odd seeing the wrong figure on the wrong card for the sample card and seeing uncolored prototypes or whatever. It's just really fun. Now there's probably still stuff in Australia that hadn't been found yet. Who knows? Your Gammy might have something in her basement that we don't even know about yet. So go raid your Gammy's closet, her basement, her drawers. Look everywhere you can for Star Wars prototypes, because there's a lot of them in Australia. And like I said, maybe they all hadn't been found yet. I really doubt they have. Sadly, someone's probably been lost for time. But sadly, some of them's probably been lost in time, never to be seen again. Anyway, kind of a short video, but I want to throw up a video today. I hadn't done one Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't like waiting too long. Guys need a video, right? And I just want to talk about these figures. I know we didn't look at many of them, but they were just so odd looking. I just wanted to talk about them. As always, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the Action Figure Show tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Or if you can't watch it at 7, watch it at 10, watch it at 11, watch it Saturday. Whenever you want to watch it, just watch it. I think you'll really enjoy it. We got some good stuff on there. I think that's about it. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.